welcome back, everyone.
Hello.
So, Cameron had a phone call. I did some side quests, got some more canteen ingredients.
And we're back.
Botanist. Now let's go hunt a Zorah Magdaros.
Yeah, let's grab a cannon and let's do this.
Yeah. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to this. I like it.
It's time to start a revolution on this island, baby.
We're going to stick a damn flag up down his skull and claim it.
Yeah.
Claim it for Spain.
Yeah, you ever see that statue of the raising of the flag on Iwo Jima?
Yeah.
We're going to do that on its head.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Yeah, it's just going to be 5 hunters raising a flag on its skull.
Mm-hmm. You have like I don't know. I was trying to think of a joke of Braveheart, like for the motherland, but it turns out to be kind of reverse. So never mind.
Yeah, and it's a little weird because you can because if you tried that with this situation, since you're coming on their land,
yeah, exactly.
It's like they could take our lives, but they'll never keep their land. No, one of the oddest Game Grumps moments for me.
Because you and I watched our fair share of Game Grumps
Indeed.
long time ago, but when they start that Mario Galaxy thing, it ends in typical Mario fashion, where you have Princess Peach saying, I got a surprise for you, kind of thing. And as soon as it transitioned to Mario running to the kingdom, and I think it was Aaron that just goes, I'm going to get the blowjob! Woohoo! But it was so funny because he didn't sync it up like that, but Mario is running how he has his arms
Oh, yeah, he has his arms out.
And he's like going like this, and I could just so see Mario.
That's his thought process.
I could just totally see Mario running like that, so happy, going, I'm going to get the blowjob!
It's a happy moment.
Yeah. Finally gets more than just a peck on the cheek,
Yeah.
Which, I'm sorry, but I would love it. Like, I hope that one day, because it's Japan, I would hope they would do this. I would just love it if one day, if they just had, at the end of one game, Mario and Peach, Peach probably give him a kiss on the cheek, and they just make the out. Mario deserves that at least once. I'm just saying.
That has to exist somewhere.
Yeah, well...
It has to.
There's hentai for a reason, but...
Well, yeah, but, in game form.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but with the that Mario goes through, he deserves a wicked makeout session,
Yeah, speaking of Mario Galaxy, I was at a Smash Bros. Tournament recently.
I know, and you didn't invite me. I was really upset.
Well, you were working, so...
That doesn't matter.
I just wanted to be invited, even if I didn't accept.
It's like the whole thing of the joke about the three-way thing.
Oh, yeah.
See, when me and Cameron were roommates, when me and Hannah were dating, if Hannah was to come over, Cameron always needed to have an invite, just so he could properly reject it.
Indeed. Because when we first became roommates, I basically laid out a ground rule for him. That, if you want some private time between you and someone else, you have to let me know in some way, shape, or form. To be in a text, posted on the door hanger on the door, something to let me know. Because if not, and I walk in, and something is happening, I am going to take it as an invitation to join.
Yes.
We only ever had one problem in the, 3 years we lived together?
3-some-ish years? Yeah, only one problem.
Yeah, about 3 years. One problem. So, that worked. He took it to heart. And then when you and Hannah started to date, exclusively, it was you and she were gonna have a relationship. And I remember at one point you actually said, Hannah's coming over, do you mind if you step out for a while? And I'm like, what? I'm not invited?
Yeah, you acted like you're genuinely.
I acted like I was genuinely upset. Like I wasn't, like I was offended that I wasn't invited. And you're like, what? I'm like, I mean, like seriously, like I live here too, and I'm not even invited. And you're like, are you being serious right now?
Yeah.
I went, I'm not saying I'd say yes. I'm just saying I would appreciate the invitation.
To the three-way.
And at one point you just give in and go like, Cameron, do you want to stay when Hannah comes over? And I went, no, thank you. But I appreciate the invitation.
My goodness.
I have plans elsewhere.
My goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, he just gets off on being invited. Just saying.
Oh, I did the same thing to our friend David.
Oh, poor David.
Oh yeah, I did not let that man forget it for a damn second.
that poor David. He gets harassed by us all the time.
By me, anyway. I mean.
Definitely by you. He's a good old friend of ours, and we're still waiting for the
screenplay to Fantasies You Never Knew You Had.
Yeah, which is a made-up title for a porno that me and Cameron came up with, and again, this guy David hasn't written the screenplay for it yet. Slacker.
Yeah, because he was studying film a couple of years after us, and he wanted to be in multimedia, which is why he was studying that. And we told him that you know, if you want to be in multimedia, you got to be a good writer. He goes, I'm a fairly good writer. And I said, good, because I have a screenplay idea for you.
Yes.
And he goes, okay, don't really know about the whole movie thing, but, you know, what do you got? And I went, okay, so me and Matthew came up with an idea for a film. It's called Fantasies You Never Knew You Had. I would like to see the screenplay next week. And we tell him the story of how we came up with this title and where it came from.
And he just realizes that we're a bunch of idiots.
And he just realizes, like, what the hell is wrong with you? So, over the course of the next couple of months, sporadically, throughout those days, we would every now and again just go, so David, how's that writing coming on that screenplay? Still haven't seen it.
He'd be like, shut up.
And he would just stare at us, and by the end, he's just like, no, I'm not doing it. He's like finally admitting it to himself. He's like, no, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
You can stop asking.
Your porno. I'm not going to write the screenplay. Because the other big joke was that at the fraternity house, we literally did have a full sectional that looked like.
Yeah, for those of you who are not in the know, on the internet there's a very I guess notorious pornographic site called Casting Couch, where girls who are looking to be quote unquote models or quote unquote actresses, and it's all set up for pornography, the casting director sleeps with them, and that's how they quote unquote get the job. And we had a couch in our dorm that, so help me, looked like the damn couch.
Yeah,
from that freaking site. And everyone wanted to know, like, repeatedly, you know, like, what's the deal with this couch? Until it was David who said, like, you ever seen Casting Couch? Think about it. And we're just like, now we have to own it. We now are forced to own this. And we did. So his nickname was Casting Couch for the longest time.
Yeah. Oh, Casting Couch.
It's like, this has to happen now. There is no other words for it. Alistair, do something, damn it!
He's not really going to. Which is weird because, well, okay, I'll tell him later.
Okay, he was firing the crossbow.
He'll do
just
that
once.
He'll do that occasionally.
But yeah. So all sorts of like interesting running jokes between our friends and ourselves.
Okay, good, that does it.
Including one of my friends that you recently met because he helped out at your wedding, Dylan.
Oh yes, I love Dylan.
Did I tell you about the running joke between he and I?
No, I don't know anything about this.
Okay, so at our most recent homecoming, we were tailgating, And at the end of the game, we well, actually, hold on. Let me check with you about something.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So at the end of the game, we're helping load up. We're trying to clean up the area, being responsible, tailgaters, all that crap. Because we know if we don't, we're just gonna be harassed for it later. So, like, we're just saving ourselves trouble in the future. We'll be honest. And as we're cleaning up, he and I are loading some stuff in the back of a pickup. Now, Dylan is a few years younger than I am.
Mm-hmm.
Around, I'd say he's about 7 years younger than I am. And as we're loading up the truck, one of our mutual friends is over talking to some of her friends, you know, gabbing away. And they look over towards us, they see me and Dylan, and one of them points to me and goes, "Huh, they look really familiar. Is he his dad?" Inquiring if I was Dylan's dad.
Wow.
Now, neither me or Dylan hear this.
Yeah.
So we're just loading up the truck as our mutual friend walks past us and goes, "Hey, guess what? Apparently you're his dad." What? And then she explains to us what happened, and me and Dylan just look at each other, and both of us just break out laughing because this is hilarious.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, yes, because I was sexually active at age 7, and I have a child.
Hey, Cameron, you know, I don't judge you what you do on your when you're a little kid.
Thank you, I appreciate that. And so this running joke between us now is like, I'm his dad, so I will constantly have to say and or do things in a dadly fashion.
Oh,
and absolutely. People will have to make comments about it as well, because, you know, it'll be kind of funny. It's like, he said he was having difficulty in one of his classes. In fact, he failed a test. And I'm like, "You what?" And he goes, "Yeah, it was just one. Unfortunately, the next test made up for it." And I went, "I don't care. We are talking about this later, young man."
At least
it's all those video games you're playing lately, isn't it?
You play them too, Dad.
I learned it by watching you. So that's kind of a running joke. In fact, like, I had a job interview the other week, and I dropped by to see him and hang out for a little while, because we were going to anyway.
Yeah.
And he looked at my interview clothes, and he goes, "Okay, I know this technically shouldn't be funny, but my dad wore almost the exact same outfit one Sunday."
Oh my goodness.
And I went, "Oh my god." He's like, "Not even, this is my dad's style entirely." And I'm like, "Why did you have to tell me this?"
Yeah.
We just needed one more thing to hammer this joke home. And it's really bad because, like, when I wanted to tell this story to other people, I knew I had to do it correctly.
Mm-hmm.
So I tried to tell my parents about it. And I opened the conversation the only way I knew how. I went,
"Of course.
So I was at homecoming, and apparently I now have a kid."
Don't worry your mother like this.
And seriously, my mother just goes, "Okay, I'm going to need a little clarification in the next 10 seconds. And so I explained the joke to her, and she goes, "How dumb was this girl?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "I don't know."
Cameron, sometimes I just feel bad for your mother sometimes. I love your mom to death. She's the best.
She's something wonderful.
Yeah, I don't... Does she just play along with this sometimes, or do you just seriously try to get a reaction from her half the time?
Half the time it's just to get the reaction. The other half, she expects it.
Gotcha.
And if I don't do it, she thinks, like, I'm upset about something.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, "Okay, you would have made at least 2 smart aleck comments by now. What's up?" And I'm like, "What, can I just have a day off?"
Yeah.
And she's like, "Okay, just making sure."
No, apparently not. You're supposed to be on the clock 24/7.
Like, yeah, apparently I'm just always supposed to have a rubber chicken in my back pocket ready to pull out a joke.
So, we're getting into some pretty intense stuff here, and it's going to even get worse. So might as well stop now, and then we'll continue this next time, okay?
Alright, till next time, everybody.
Later.